Hi, it's Luke here from Proactive, the simple user-friendly risk management solution. And in this series of how to use videos, we're going to move on to adding users. These are the people that will be predominantly using the app in order to report instances. And so it's just useful to understand how it all fits together and how we're going to add those in the right way so that they not only have access to the group in order to report the relevant instances, but also don't, in some cases, have access to other groups that they don't need to be involved in. So previously we looked in the groups tab, and we'll just look there again quickly just to remind ourselves. So we've set up groups that are associated with our club, in this case a tennis club. You can have as many of those as you require. And then we're going to go over and set up a user. So in here, we just need to think of these as coaches, volunteers, team managers. If it was a school, they could be teachers associated with classes. And then we just go and add those users one by one. Don't worry, these are made up emails. But what will then happen is you then get to choose whether they're a company admin, a group admin, or a coach. If you select group admin, it's going to ask you which group to add them to, and that means that they can then add other users to that group. So that might be a head coach, for instance, within that group. And then as a coach, the same, they get to be added to a group. And again, like I suggested earlier, that just means that they get access to the reports that are made towards that group, and they get to report for instances associated with that group, but they don't get to see any of the other groups, just for two reasons. One, it's overload. You don't want to be getting emails about all the reports that are going across the club. And two, from GDPR and safeguarding, it's not necessary for you to know about instances that are happening in groups that you're not involved in. So there we go. That's quite simply how we set up a user. And when we save that, you can see their user created. And we go back in here. Let's refresh that. There's the new user and the group that they're associated with. So they will then get an email invite in order to sign up, create themselves a login and password. And then from there, they can download the app and go ahead and have it in their pocket on their phone, or whatever session it might be, whatever activity. And we can start as a club or organization getting those reports and instances done as they should be to make the games and organizations that are being played safer. Hope that's been useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.